Hello folks, I hope that you're having just a great day today, keeping yourself well. Hey, today I'm going to take a look at another one of this collection here that I'll link you to in the comments below, the 100 greatest ghostly ghost stories, which includes a lot of famous names, and this name is Clark Ashton Smith, somebody who I've reviewed a lot. It has everybody from H.P. Lovecraft to August Derleth to O. Henry. We've taken a lot, and we've taken a lot of looks at a lot of names that appeared in this collection, and now we're going to be taking a look at Clark Ashton Smith and his short story 13 Phantasms, which he wrote later on in his career in 1936. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. It's in this collection. It's only 3.5 pages long, which is incredibly short. It won't take you very long at all. In this collection, pretty much all the short stories in it are short because it's 100 short stories in like 550 pages. So if you did that math, that's like 5.5 pages per story. So they tend to be really fast reads in here. You know, we just did H.P. Lovecraft's last week of The Terrible Old Man, which is less than 1,200 words. And is incredibly fast to read, which he wrote earlier on in his career. This was actually being written later on in Clark Ashton Smith's career. As a reminder, Clark Ashton Smith was a poet, a guy who wrote a lot of poetry, a lot of prose poetry, and his main fiction output happened from around 30 to 36, while his parents were still living, but while they were needing his care and financial assistance. So he was writing prodigiously during that period of time, and I mean like prodigiously during that period of time. And so he has a huge output during that 6-year period of time. And he's churning out short stories after short stories after short stories. And this one again is 13 Phantasms, which is it's a pretty strong short story. And again, I think I'm giving it 8 out of 10. It's solid. It's fun. It probably could be a little longer. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but Clark Ashton Smith's a great writer, and this is a solid story. And this is later on in his career. He's although he's not somebody who was better later on in his career than he was earlier on. I think he's pretty much all the short stories tend to be of a very high quality and they're good stuff. He's a very solid, a very strong writer. But this short story is definitely worth your time. Basically, what's going to wind up happening is we're going to open up, and we're going to be in this gentleman following him along as our point of view character. We're going to find out that he is an older man, and he's been accused by friends and family and people who know him as somebody who has broken 12 women's hearts. And he's actually married 2 of them. And they kind of consider him this basically aged Don Juan who has lived a lot of lives and loved a lot of loves, and that sort of thing, right? And so they kind of view him as this Don Juan guy who's broken 12 hearts. But he's like, actually, what they never realized is that there was just one. There's just one woman that I ever loved. And she broke my heart. And then all the other women in his life have reminded him to some degree of the woman who dumped him when he was young, to one degree or another. We'll find out more about what happened, who she was, and what's happening now with the story. And that's it. It's well described. It's well written. I think Clark Ashton Smith does a good job of it. 8 out of 10. It's a solid short story, 13 Phantasms. But it's not going to be the end all be all of short stories in terms of how long it's going to take for you to take the time. It took me less than 10 minutes for me to read it last night for the first time. It did not take that much of my time. But again, it's there if you want to check it out. 13 Phantasms by Clark Ashton Smith. So, have you read it? What did you think of it? Did you agree or disagree with me? I'll also give you a chance to link to it for free. All the Clark Ashton Smith stuff is for free online. I'll try to find it online for you. I've been able to find all of his short stories that have been published during his life so far. So hopefully I'll be able to find that for you too, so you can read it and see if you agree or disagree with me. You can do it quickly without buying the collections that he has in it. If you enjoyed this video, please feel encouraged to hit that subscribe button, because there's going to be a lot more of these to follow. And finally, hey, I just want to thank you for taking some time out of your day and watching my video. We all have so many things that are happening in our lives, right? And we're being pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I really appreciate it. So thanks again, and have a great day.